Hey everybody, Mac to Monster here, back with Marvel Heroes. This time we got Squirrel Girl with patch 2.1. And there's a few changes with Squirrel Girl with the patch, not too many because they consider her a newer character as well. Squirrel Friend now has an activation chance and is now a max of 30 squirrels altogether. And there's a little squirrel counter down here so you know how many squirrels you have out. Squirrel Special Forces basically apply a buff to all squirrels, and it summons 8 squirrels. Should you be missing 8 squirrels or more, you'll summon those squirrels. If you're missing 2, you'll get 2. But it applies a buff, pretty nice buff to all the pets. Squirrel Love was changed. Where'd Squirrel Love go? Right here. You get the health per hit passive, and then you activate it with the health when you hit. It's a flat, though. You put points in there, you don't get any more health per squirrel hit. It's just going to stay that way as you level. Kind of a strange way to do it. It's going to get less and less effective the higher and higher level you get. Very strange. She's going to feel awesomely powerful at lower levels and less and less powerful at higher levels. And then Claw Kick has got a snare to it. So that's not too bad. Other than that, damage has been boosted. But I do have a build. I call it Squirrel'geddon. I'm using Squirrel'copolix now because, well, I don't like the other AoEs. But we are going to maximize Squirrel Friend because we are a pet class. And she's very much a pet class, and we're going to maximize Squirrel Special Forces, and then we're going to do Squirrel Distraction. We're going to get some dodge love out of her, and we're going to get a lot of dodge and some projectile dodge as well. And we're going to go with Squirrel Apocalypse because it's got a dot added onto it now. We like that, and it does some pretty good damage. Seeing here we're going to be point blank anyways, we should always hit now. And we're going with Claw Kick. Claw Bite does do damage based per active squirrel, so you get like basically a 50% damage buff there. And Counter Attack. We'll take the dodge from that. But before we do that, we got to make sure we get Sick'em. He'll give us 5 squirrels and a buff to the squirrels for 5 seconds. You can do that every 8 seconds. We want 1 point in Squirrel Cunning, so we can get take advantage of the crit. Squirrel Love, we want 1 point. We only want that health per squirrel hit. We don't care about the other thing. And of course, Spirit of the Squirrel. So then we can go back to counterattack and dump the remaining points in there and take the dodge that we can. And we just confirm it. And so seeing how we're using Claw Kick, we're all good. We're going to move to Forest Walk right there. We won't need that. That health is useless. Oh, it's not useless, but it's next to useless. And then that's going to be a buff. And that's going to be a buff when we need it, really. We're going to use Sick'em to summon squirrels all the time to get 5 squirrels every 8 seconds. And then we'll use Squirrel Special Forces when we really want to hurt something. The buff only lasts 10 seconds. Because we're pet class, we're going with Sinister's Metal, we're going with that variant Regalia. Health per hit always is nice. Health on the costume works. I don't have a core for her yet. She's okay geared. She's got a unique and she's got some cosmics. Stat wise, she's sitting at 26% damage reduction, some health regen. I could use some more. Some dodge. Even with all that dodge we sunk in there, we haven't got any squirrels out there. We're only at 18% dodge. Now, what's going on is they normalized all the regular stats. So crit, defense, dodge, brutal, all that's normalized. Everybody, if you're a dodge character, you're floating between 30%. If you're a super dodge like Squirrel Girl, you'll get 40, 45%. And when you get higher level, it's going to dwindle down. Defense 25 to 30% is normal for most characters. Higher defensive characters are 35%. Crit, same thing. Damage rating, on the other hand, that stacks very well. 500 damage rating at lower levels tends to be 25% damage, and 1,000 tends to be 25% damage across the board at higher levels. And it's very easy to get damage. It's very hard to get all that crit that you would need to really maximize it. So I highly suggest going with plus damage, plus hit points, and plus hit point regen as your main focus on anything. So we got the build set, and we're level 33, so let's do some level 31-age. Sounds like, yep, Hydra Island again. It's pretty easy, though. I'll use Sick'em to get some squirrels going already. You can see the squirrel counters going up. I'm just using Sick'em to fill up my squirrel counter. You can see the squirrels are pretty much destroying this. Squirrel counter is full, so now I can save the buffs for when I need them. Like say there's several greens around, I can pop the forces, I can pop the Sick'em, and now they are super buffed squirrels. Look at them just chew through all that. Splinter, I'll take that. There's been fewer and far between lately. But I've been playing a lot of underdone characters. So, the Squirrel Apocalypse, if you're point blank with something, hits really hard. Like that did it right there. If you're not point blank with it, it's not the most accurate skill. But seeing how we're a muley and we're a pet, it's pretty easy to do. So we got lots of blues around, so I'm doing the buffs, hitting the Squirrel Apocalypse, and everything dies. As you can see, I am not having zero issues. Higher levels, there will be a little bit of issues. I would have to get some more life returns somehow, some way. Seeing how I'm probably at a massive amount of dodge currently. Yeah, 50%. Imagine at 60 I could sit at 40%, you know, so well, there's not really a spirit problem, so Pims not needed, but Fears and Fists could work for some regen as well as some crit in there. But you know, Super Soldier Serum, just one goes a long way, even at higher levels. Look at these squirrels just destroy everything. And then when the squirrels' numbers run down, use Sick'em to get the numbers back up. There's my wife running around in the background for some reason. They will expire, so the Wonder Gore is a nice choice to get the duration going. Oh, and here we go, we found Mandarin. Probably all the squirrels will go away. Oh, no, they stay around. No, they go away. Start using Sick'em now to get some squirrels going. For the low cooldown on Sikkim, we can use that to stockpile on some. And we can pop our Squirrel Special Forces. Mandarin's already almost dead. Mandarin's dead. We just gotta kill his buddies. And that's it. That's Squirrel Girl, Squirrel'geddon. She's squirreling around. Definitely a super powerful pet class. Just watch at the higher levels to have that health regen. And that's it. So I hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.